Hello everyone, this is our block 12 of unit 6, grade 5 science. Students, this is part 1 of this block, and in this block we will discuss about flowing water has force, water exert buoyant force. Two topics will be covered, okay? So children, our aim is students will be able to identify that flowing water exerts force which increases with the height and role of buoyant force in floating and sinking of things in water. So children, whenever we pour water from height on a plant, then what happens with us? When we pour water from a height, a hole forms in the soil. It can displace soil near the roots. This may harm the plant. So we use a sprinkler, that is a gentle way to water the plants. It does not harm the water. So children, what is the main function of water here? That is the force exerted by water on the objects. Because water exerts pressure, and if we increase height, then the force will be increased. So let's read more about this. Water is the basis of all forms of life. Without it, all the living things would die. It has some amazing properties that help us in many ways. As you know, that water is used in our daily routine life and it is essential for living being. So flowing water has force. Running or flowing water has force in it. This force makes stream and rivers carry pieces of rocks with them. Running water also carries soil with it, causing soil erosion. And children, do you know this is the process by which water forms soil by using its water current? This is known as weathering process. Actually, this is the water who prepares soil for us and also provide humus to soil. And sometimes soil erosion also caused by current of water. It helps the seeds of plants to disperse. Yes. So seed dispersal is also done by water, as we have discussed earlier in the chapter, that some seeds like lotus, lily are dispersed by water. The force of running water is used to turn the turbine to generate electricity in hydropower plant. So children, to turn turbine we use force of water, because water is poured from a height to a turbine and then it moves. Then this energy, that mechanical energy of turbine, is turned into the electrical energy. So change of energy form from one form to another form takes place there. So because of water we can get energy at home in the form of electricity, which is an adventure in hydropower plant. River rafting, which is an adventure sport, makes use of the force in the flowing water to raft. So children, rafting is very adventurous and it is possible only when water current is there, water is flowing in the river. And the force of water increases with the height, and so the higher the waterfall, the more is the force of water. So children, we have come to know about force of water and its uses in different manner, like it wears rocks, washes away soils, makes sail, boats, and it can run turbines, transports goods. So children, these are all the properties of water by which we can do our work easy. So have a look. Now, water exerts buoyant force. So what is buoyant force? What is buoyancy? Let's see. Water exerts an upward force called buoyant force on anything that is put into it. This property is called buoyancy. The buoyant force determines whether the object will float or sink in water. If the buoyant force is more than the force exerted by the object in the downward direction, then it floats. Children, force acting in downward direction is what? That is gravity. Acceleration due to gravity, and this force is toward the center of the earth, and this is known as earth's pull. Earth always pull toward its center everything present on the earth. Okay, so this gravity, if this gravitational force is more than the buoyant force, then thing will sink, and if the buoyant force is greater than the gravitational force, then thing will float. So you can see that if two forces are equal, then what will happen? This thing will force to be immersed in the liquid, but it will float. Okay, so if the buoyant force is less than the force exerted by the object, it sinks. So children, if buoyant force is less than the gravitational force, then it will sink. So earth pull is there, that is responsible for sinking and floating also with the help of buoyant force, because there are pair of forces here. When a thing is put into water, it displaces water to make space for itself. This displaced water exerts the buoyant force. A ship displaces a large amount of water, thus a large buoyant force is exerted on it and it floats. So children, it is also important that if any object can displace a large amount of water, then the weight of the object, then it can float. So that's why if we swim in the water, we have to push water in backward direction, and then we can float. If we don't push the water, then we cannot float in the water. So thus a large buoyant force is exerted on it and it floats. On the other hand, an iron nail displaces less water and the buoyant force exerted on it is less, so it sinks. So children, remember then this thing, that buoyant force, if buoyant force is greater, then thing will float. So if any object can float, then it is possibly it must have displaced large amount of water, that is known as displaced water. So let's solve our worksheet. S1, water exerts force. So what helps the raft move? The force in moving water exerts a push on the boat and helps it to move. Why does a flood wash away roads? Running water has force in it. When there are floods, the water comes into the land with force and washes away the roads and even houses with it. Because of force, everything that comes into the way of the water washes away. So children, question number 2 is, why did people in the olden days use rivers to transport goods? It is easy to transport goods as the force of river can move boats. They also did not need to build roads. Question number 3, why is water made to fall on the turbine from a height to rotate it to make electricity? The water is made to fall from a height so that it has more force to turn the turbine and make electricity. Where will the force of water be moved? Why? The force of running water is more if the height from which it falls is more. So the force of water falling from a steep hill is more because the height from where it falls is more as compared to the gently sloping hills. So children, force is just what? It is push and pull. In olden days we use water for transportation purpose, and nowadays we are using water energy, water force for the purpose of generating electricity. Okay. So now this is our S2 and we will solve it. So children, here 2 diagrams are given. Mark the direction of buoyant force in the picture. So you will mark the direction of buoyant force in this picture. Buoyant force is upward force, okay, and this force, gravitational force, that is downward force. So you will mark here upward force, and toward upward you will mark. Question number 2, water exerts a lifting force on things that are put in it. Explain the role of the force in. If the buoyant force is more than the force or equal to the force with which the object is pulled down, then it floats. So children, if the both force, earth's pull and buoyant force are equal, then object will float, but it will be immersed. Okay, fully immersed, and it will float. And if buoyant force is greater than the earth's pull, then thing will float only. So question number B, sinking of objects. If the buoyant force is less than the force with which the object is pulled down by earth, then it sinks. Question number 3, why does a big ship made of iron floats on water but a coin sinks? The big iron ship displaces a lot of water. This water exerts a large buoyant force on the ship, making it float on water. The coin is small, it displaces very little water. The buoyant force exerted by this water is less than the force with which the coin is pulled down, so it sinks. Okay children, this is complete your worksheet, and now I would like to say bye bye, and we will meet in the next session, block 12 unit 6 and part 2. Till then, bye bye.